Hello everyone, this is Shani Gupta. Welcome to all of you our online YouTube class. And my dear student, today I am going to teach you of class 6 science, and that's chapter number 2, components of food. Before class we have discussed about components foods, and so my dear student, today our topic is balanced diet. Balanced diet. So what is balanced diet? Firstly, I want to say what is balanced diet. My dear student, before starting the class, firstly you pause the video and take a screenshot of that board and write the contents in your copy. After that we have start our class for 2 days. So my dear student, firstly you write down. Okay, so let us start our class for balanced diet. Okay, so my dear students, a balanced diet, a diet that contains the necessary amount. A balanced diet, a diet contains the necessary amount of the nutrients required by our body are called balanced diet. It means what we eat, what types of food we eat, and that's necessary for our body. Just like nutrients of components, all components are necessary for our body, but some components very necessary and some components little bit. But my dear students, in the balanced diet, a diet contains necessary amount of the food, necessary amount of the nutrients required for food. That's called balanced diet. Okay, and next here, a balanced diet required quantities of vegetables, milk, dairy products, meat, egg, fruits, nuts, honey, green leafy vegetable, and etc. And that's the required for balanced diet. It means when you eat the green leafy vegetables, nutrients, which types of food they are available in more than nutrients available. Okay, so that's the circle in balanced diet. Okay, so my dear students, and that's the definition of balanced diet. Okay, and next here, firstly you see the figure. You see the figure of balanced diet pyramid. Balanced diet pyramid. In this figure we also know. About balanced diet, and which is raw materials, and which is fruits and vegetables, and third is milk and dairy products, and next here fats, oils, and sugar and salt. Okay, my dear student, if you understand that figure, of balanced diet pyramid, then you also know about balanced diet and which is required for balanced diet. Okay, so that's clear? No any problem? Or next year, deficiency disease. You also know if any types of vitamins low in your body, then another deficiencies come. Okay, so my dear students, in that session we have discussed about a deficiency disease. So firstly I would like to discuss about deficiency disease. So that's a deficiency disease is a disease which is called a deficiency disease is a disease which is caused by the non-consumption of nutrients for the long period of time. It means which type of nutrients we not take before long period of the time, then we caused by the deficiency. Just like some of the common deficiency disease, their cause and their causes and symptoms are given in the table. My dear student, you see that's the table of deficiency disease. Their cause and symptoms. Okay, my dear student, just like you see first kwashiorkor. kwashiorkor, if in your body proteins not available, then you caused by disease of kwashiorkor. Okay, and next year marasmus, it means in your, if your body so that's vitamins, minerals, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, and if any types of deficiency disease, any types of vitamins, any types of nutrients decrease in your body, then any deficiencies caused by your body. So you see the table, and write down in your copy which type of deficiency caused by that's nutrients and that's material, and what is their sources. You also write down in your copy, that's the sources of vitamin A, sources of vitamin B, sources of vitamin C, sources of vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. Okay, so my dear students, you write down in your copy that's content, then you remember it. Okay, so my dear students, that's contents clear. Deficiency disease, what is deficiency disease, and write there some causes of deficiency disease and symptoms and cause, and what is the uses. Okay, so next our topic is malnutrition. So what is malnutrition? My dear students, malnutrition is the condition that develops when the body does not get right amount of the nutrients in the diet. It means our body not contain right amount of the nutrients in the diet. So that's called malnutrition. Okay, and the disease caused due to malnutrition can be discussed under the following categories. My dear students, in malnutrition disease, we have read in 2 points. First, protein malnutrition, and next, protein energy malnutrition. It means kwashiorkor, protein malnutrition, and protein energy malnutrition, marasmus. So there are 2 types we have read in, that's malnutrition, and that's the process of first. Malnutrition is the condition of develops when the body does not get right amount of the nutrients in the diets. Then we have caused by the malnutrition, and there are 2 types of malnutrition. That's the first, proteins, it means kwashiorkor, and second, protein energy malnutrition, it means marasmus. Okay, my dear student, so firstly you write down in your copy, then we have discussed about our next 2 topics, that the protein malnutrition, kwashiorkor, and next protein energy malnutrition, PEM, marasmus. Okay, so firstly you write down. So okay, my dear student, so let us start our topic, that's a protein malnutrition, it means kwashiorkor. Okay, so let us start first topic, protein malnutrition, kwashiorkor. So firstly you see, and you also write down in your copy on with the help of on the screen. My dear students, protein malnutrition, it means kwashiorkor, the protein deficiency disease kwashiorkor. Protein deficiency disease kwashiorkor occurs in children. It means that disease in 1 to 5 years children, 1 to 5 years age of children. Okay, and if they do not get sufficient amount of mother's milk, it means that disease caused by not sufficient of mother's milk. So that's students caused by that disease. Okay, so you also see that's figure. Okay, so next, And next here, proteins, malnutrition, marasmus. Protein, malnutrition, marasmus. You also see, write down in your copy on the screen with the help of screen. Okay, and that's protein energy malnutrition, means PEM, that's marasmus. Okay, see here, the disease is caused by a severe deficiency of carbohydrates. Severe deficiency of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. That's disease caused by carbohydrates, proteins and fats. It affects children below 5 years of age. It means that type of disease defect of below 5 years as to children. Okay, next, a child suffering from marasmus, so the flowing symptoms, lean and thin body with sunken eyes, weak muscles, poor mental growth. It means that type of students, sunken eyes, weak muscles and poor mental growth. You see also the figure of which students suffering from marasmus. That's the figure. Are you understand? That's two topics. And next topic is undernutrition. Undernutrition. What is undernutrition? You also write in your copy with the help of on the screen. Okay, I say you write down. Next here, undernutrition occurs when the food intake, undernutrition occurs when the food intake in less than required the body. When the body get less amount of nutrients than required, it becomes weak and sick. You also know, if you not take more than nutrients food, then you also weak. You also feel weak. Okay, so next it becomes weak and sick. Undernutrition may be caused due to poverty or non-availability of sufficient food due to drought or other natural calamities. It means that type of deficiency caused by the nutrients and sufficient food of drought or other natural calamities. Okay, so in that period, our governments one midday meal or our Bihar government also one program will launch, that's name is midday meal. In that period our school all students go to it, but that time eating service will also provide by government, so that's called midday meal. You also write down in your copy with the help of screen. And that's a midday meal program for school children has been started all over the country to provide balanced diet to poor children suffering from malnutrition and undernutrition. It means that type of program held by Bihar government and all governments, that's which students suffering from undernutrition and malnutrition and suffering from just like a poor family and condition. So that's midday meal program provided by government every school. Okay, and next topic, obesity. Next topic is obesity. So firstly you write down in your copy with the help of a screen. Okay, so our last topic is obesity. So what is obesity? My dear students, you write down in your copy with the help of a screen. Okay. The excess food is sorted. The excess food is stored under the skin in the form of it. The total mass of the body increases. The total mass of the body increases and the person is said to suffer from obesity. Person from suffer obesity. Obesity means being too fat. That's a very simple. That's a very simple. In obesity means a man go to fat. Okay, so my dear students, you also see that's one figure of example of obesity. Okay, so my dear students, I hope all students understand that chapter components of food. Components of food, and today our that chapter complete. So all student, I hope all student write some content at your home and in your fair copy. So you also complete your fair copy of second chapter, components of food. So in according to our topic, our total topic is complete, and last one is some important fact. So you also write down in the last time. You write down on your fair copy. Okay. So today's our chapter is complete. So my dear students, you complete your fair copy. So that's whole complete your chapter. Okay, so you stay home, save your life and continue your study. And another thing, if you have any problem, then you also see me. So what's your problem?